Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again at Word Music TV. Time is one of the most mysterious gifts from God. The Bible says in 2 Peter 3:9, the Lord is not slow in keeping his promises, as some understand slowness. He is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. It's very important we ask God for complete understanding of what is time. Many people think that they have a lot of time in this world. Time is very deceiving to the living. Many people say, I will worship the Lord tomorrow. In the book of 2 Peter chapter 3:9, it says that God is patient. His promises are still alive, but he's patient because he's expecting us to come to repentance. Because of his love, he doesn't want anyone to perish. Because of his immense love, he doesn't want anyone to perish. Now, people ask themselves that they've heard this message of gospel for a long time. Since they were born, they have been advised or told or preached to that the end is near. Now they are 70, 60 years and they wonder, when is this end coming? Ladies and gentlemen, time is very deceiving. And as you all know, time is short. Like the psalmist, we need to ask God to help us to be accountable for each and every second, every minute of our lives. Many people have been fooled or deceived to think they have time in their hand. They have time within them. What they don't know is that time waits for no man. What they don't know is that God is not coming into judgment because he is patiently waiting for people to repent. He is loving enough. There is a picture about God that God is a murderer. God is not a murderer. He is patient. But people have been hardened in the heart. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you conscious of your time? Are you accountable with your time? Do you spare a time to serve the living God, the creator, the maker of the universe? Are you delusional? Are you living in a bubble thinking that you have time and you don't have any time? The Bible says that God is slow in keeping his promise. In the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, he's slow in keeping his promise because he doesn't want you to perish. Time has fooled many, and just like death, nobody knows when the Lord will come. 1 Thessalonians 5:1-3. Now, brothers and sisters, about times and dates we do not need to write to you, for you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly, as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. Listen to what uh, Paul is telling the church of the Thessalonians. He's telling them, you know very well that day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. Suddenly, like labor pains on a pregnant woman, they will not escape. No man or a woman who knows the time of the Lord. Our work is to worship Him in and out of season, to be in His presence in and out of season. Our business is to seek the face of God, to seek the mercies of the Lord in and out of season. He will come like a thief. Nobody will know the time. In the book of James chapter 4 verse 13-17, he says, now listen, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, a year there, carry on a business and make money. Why you do not even know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. He has compared your life with a mist. Instead, verse 15, you ought to say, if it is the Lord will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes. All such boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, is sin for them. Listen to what James is saying. He's comparing your life with a mist. He's telling you it's foolishness to say, tomorrow I'll do this and the day I'll do that. I'll go to this city and make this kind of money. How many of us think that we own tomorrow? And he's reminding us to dedicate our tomorrow and our time back to God. And say, if it's God will, I'll do this and that. But many people think that they have control over their lives. He's telling us many people think that they'll do this or that. They'll do business. They are saying, we'll do business in this city, we'll travel. And he continues saying they don't know what their tomorrow holds. They don't know what their tomorrow holds. And he advises us to give time back to God and say, if it's God's will, because our lives are run by God. Never forget that our lives are run by God, not ourselves. Never ever think even for a minute or a second that you run your life. That is foolishness. That is stupidity. Our lives are run by God. And it's wisdom to say, if it's the will of God, I'll do business in a certain city. Because time is not on your hands. The Bible says, just like a thief, the day of the Lord will appear. Think about it. How do you spend your time? How do you create time to worship the Lord? How do you live your life? If the world was to end today, are you in the right books with your Maker? Have you dedicated your life to the Lord Almighty? If everything ends today and you stand in the judgment before the Lord, are you in the right write books with God? Have you given your life and your time? Have you dedicated it to God alone? Have you come to understanding that you don't run your life? Have you stopped having confidence in yourself? You don't own tomorrow. Tomorrow is in the hands of the Lord. May God give us wisdom to understand time. May God give us wisdom to use time effectively for His glory. God bless you.